I just been giving you like the tour of South Jamaica, man. Queens, my city, my borough, my place, my heart. This is the first place I fell in love with. This is where I was born. This is where I was raised. This is everything to me. You gonna get some camera time? You in the camera? You know we filming? You don't mind being on the camera, right? Give me some. Tell the people your name. Give them a shout out to the world. There's millions of people watching you right now.
That's right.
Tell them hello.
Hello, how are you?
There you go.
Good.
So you did grow up around there?
Yeah, this is where my grandmother lived at. My grandmother was my best friend, man. She lived in these apartment complexes. She actually passed away in these apartment complexes too.
When?
She died in my arms 2 years ago.
Oh, recently?
Yeah, 2 years
Which
ago.
country is from you are from? Yeah, no, which country?
He's from Detroit.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I had caught a little case.
That's good.
Like every time I would come back into New York, I would come see my grandmother. That would be my first stop.
Yeah.
And then when I left New York, I would come see her. So when I came into town, I would see her. When I left, I used to come to see her. So I had caught a case.
You can't gloss over that. Tell us about your case.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to talk. It got thrown out, got dismissed. But you know, somebody had made some false accusations on me and said that I did like a whole bunch of stuff to them. And you know, long story short, I couldn't come here no more because.
So like an assault case?
Yeah, so it was an assault case. Yeah, and while I was fighting the case, I didn't really want to come here anymore. Like it because the incident happened over here. So after the case had got dismissed, I came over here one morning, man, and I walked into my grandmother's crib.
It's your mother's mother?
My mother's mother. Yeah, I had walked into her crib probably like 5:50 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and my mom was here, her home attendant was here. And I walked into her room.
Oh, so she had been sick?
Yeah, she had Alzheimer's. And I walked into her room and she smiled, What's going on?
All right.
Yeah. She had smiled at me and she said, "Thank you." And then I went into the kitchen to brush my teeth because I knew they was about to give her a bath in the bathroom. And by the time I had walked into the kitchen to brush my teeth, my mother was screaming in the bathroom, calling my name, telling me to come in. And then when I went in there, my grandmother was on the floor. So I kind of like got on the floor with her, kind of like propped her head up, and like I'm holding her. But as I'm looking at her, I'm like
fading away.
Yeah, I'm looking at her eyes, and I'm like, yo, I think my grandmother's like literally leaving me. Like,
yeah.
That was like probably the toughest thing I ever had to deal with in my life. Like my grandmother literally dying in my arms. But she waited for me that whole time that I was fighting my case and I was going back and forth. Like I didn't come over here because I just didn't want to come over here.
Okay.
And yeah, she waited for me, man. And then I seen her that last time and then she was like, "I'm good now, I can go." So yeah, that's just some of my memories that I have over here.
And so you did grow up in this. We drove past where you grew up. So you grew up in the same neighborhood as your father and your uncle. Yeah. Or I mean, Prince is your cousin.
That's my uncle. Prince is like my uncle.
But
he's my biological cousin. But he's my
because of age, yeah.
Yeah, because cousins are more like 10 years apart, 5 years apart. We're like 30 years apart.
Did you used to go see him in prison?
I went to go see Prince like maybe 4 times.
How many times have you been to see your father?
I haven't.
He doesn't want you to see him?
He don't get visitors.
Oh, he's not allowed?
Yeah, he can't get visitors. You've never heard anybody say they went to go see him?
Did he get like because of what? Like did he introduce contraband once or something?
No, he just can't get visitors.
Really?
Yeah.
He's not allowed any visitors to this day?
No visitors.
Wow. When did that? You don't know what that? Oh, he started off at ADX.
Yeah.
So there's a lot we could talk about. Let's attack the elephant in the room. We talked about it in the car. Let's just redress that a little bit. Someone on the internet, and then also but he was basing it on some trial testimony and a newspaper article about your father having your mother shot when she was pregnant with you, which is really some crazy sounding. But the reality is your mother's brother was someone that was part of that world and was friends with them and has been in all the Doc's Bing.
Because I find it funny that people asking me, or that's kind of police work anyway. If anybody's on the internet talking about my mother, something happened to my mother, or like, first of all, number one, my mother's not on the internet. Number two, my father's in jail trying to come home. why are you talking about what happened or their relationship or what happened to my mom or saying that my father did, like, oh, that's really police work at the end of the day. So these guys, if they want to be police officers, they want to do police work while they're on the internet. Why they just don't go sign up to be a part of the NYPD or something, or do detective work? Because I feel like that's what they're doing anyway.
Well, they want both. They want the fun of being a cop, plus
Yeah.
they want to be treated street, plus they want some YouTube money.
They have, all of them have identity. 85% of the people that's on the internet have identity crisis. But yeah, yeah, my father didn't do that shit, man. My father had nothing to do with that, man. And you know, I don't want to talk about that because it's just it's
it's pain. Oh no, it's,
yeah, it's trauma. It's trauma. And now not so much for me. It's
Just even
my
thinking
mo-
about
yeah,
it.
my mother. Like, I don't want my mother having to go through trauma, hearing the stories about or reliving that. Like, that's just unnecessary. And you're also trying to incriminate my father so he can stay in jail. Like, that's really what you're trying to do. A lot of people really don't want my father home, so they're gonna say a lot of incriminating shit. Just to reopen wounds, just to, like, people are weird, man. It's a lot of weird shit going on the internet.
So there's this documentary, speaking of your father coming home, The Supreme Truth. So I was under the impression that you and your cousin, uncle made it, but really it was your dad. So that's
My father
pretty.
did it all on his own.
So tell us that. When did he start that? How did he get a documentary made from prison?
He started that about maybe 8 years ago. He's been working on this documentary for like the last 7-8 years. And when you, like, the way he is, when he puts his mind to something, he says he's going to do something, he does it no matter how long it's going to take. And he just felt like he needed to get his side of the story out about his case and the miscues and the illegal shit that they did to him. They didn't let him testify in his own case.
Right, that was,
Yeah.
at least from the way he described it. Now, you never know if you went through the paperwork, maybe he's misdescribed. But from the way he described it, it makes you think, gee.
He was railroaded.
Yeah.
They violated his constitutional rights. The judge that was on the case before they removed him said that guy should not be in prison for this, and this case is bullshit.
Because he definitely said you could forget the death penalty.
Yeah, like it was a railroad case from the beginning, man. All stemming back from them attacking Murder Inc. and putting Murder Inc. on trial so they wouldn't have the money to, like, it was from they play a really strategic game, and they executed it to perfection. They got people that wasn't credible to testify. They got people that he never even met or spoke to or knew ever. They got them to testify. They didn't let him testify in his own trial. They froze everybody's accounts. They seized the money from his movies. Like, it was just executed to perfection. So
Yeah, and tell us, so your father was able to make this documentary from a distance. Who was the director? Who did he work with?
My godfather, Luke Steffen.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and Michael Payton, also one of the guy who did the Murder Inc. documentary with Irv on BET, Michael Payton.
Okay.
And also my cousin Prince also put his imprint on it when he came home, added the last little final touches. A guy called Don Sikorsky, he edited it. Mike Tyson is also a executive producer on it. So, you know, it's a lot of people involved in this, but it was my father's concept. It was his idea, and he made it happen, just like he does with everything else.
And tell us, it always gets glossed over, but give us a little bit of, he made a soundtrack, he had a movie made, like he was making some legal money
so he
in
had,
the entertainment industry.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't remember this or don't know this, but he had got the license rights to about 5 Donald Goins books that he was turning into movies.
Me and Donald Goins from the same neighborhood.
Wow, yeah. So yeah, he had got five movie deals for each individual book in the early 2000s, and he did Crime Partners, and he had got like a couple million of dollars for Crime Partners, and he was like on track to do like 4 other movies, but then the unfortunate, untimely things, he wound up getting arrested and going to jail. But like, a guy says in the doc that he would have been Tyler Perry before Tyler Perry, and like, I really believe that because he was getting into movies, he was directing, he was buying the lights, he would have been. So what 50 is doing now, with like
licensing the black gangster stuff.
like that would have been him, that would have been my father. But you know, 50,
that's so interesting. You're right.
Yeah, 50 took a page out of his book, and you know, if you really follow 50 and you really pay attention to who my dad was, you would see that everything
I can kinda see that.
everything that 50 does is really mirrored after what my dad
There's a
did.
degree of, I mean, I could see that to a degree.
Yeah, for sure.
And what is do you and the Marquise, whatever became of it?
Nah, it's never been anything. It's never been nothing. It was just that picture, and that was that. And that was that. We not cool. We not friends.
Y'all didn't know each other.
We didn't know each other. None of that shit, man. It was none of that shit, man. I mean, we've beefed on the internet back and forth. We done went back and forth. We done exchanged words and shit like that. But you know,
Is the thing with him and his father not being cool, is that real or is that a
that's real.
stunt?
That's real. That's real. That's definitely real. That's definitely real.
50 seems, I mean, on one hand, I like 50 Cent in some ways, but he definitely seems like he has some personality disorder.
Yeah.
What about I mean, why are they at such bad or hard to say?
Well, like a lot of relationships, estranged relationships between a father and a son, you know, the common denominator normally be women, the mother or a woman in the boy's life. Like, it's always a woman. And I feel like, from what I know, like, you know, I'm not into the gossip and all that shit, but it really was the mother who drew a wedge in between the father and the son. But that happens in everyday life, though. That's everybody goes through that. 80% of the people who have gone through relationship quarrels with one of the parents based off the other parent, what the other parent was feeding to them. So the one parent that's mad at another parent, 9 times out of 10 is going to give this kid the poisonous, the toxic shit, and then that kid is going to grow up after having years and years of toxic poison embedded into their brain. Now they have resentment for the other parent. That happens a lot, man, and it's not just in the black community. It's
widespread.
It's in every community, really.
Widespread.
So that's just prime example of. And then, you know, when you raised by a woman and you're around a lot of women, like, you start to act like them too. So Marquise is, you know, he was raised by a woman. He act like a woman. You know, he has a lot of female characteristics and a lot of female traits.
Not gay, but like a behavior.
Yeah, exactly. He has a lot of estrogen.
So your father at one time attained what so-called street dream that people still rap and make movies about. But I've come to know, not just be friends with you, with several people that are the children of some of the most, either in your case infamous, or some of the other ones even bigger, much bigger traffickers. And being the child of someone who was a legitimate, you know, gangster, like, that comes with a lot.
It does.
It's not the promised land.
Yeah. Cause you gotta deal with all sides of it, all facets of it. You gotta deal with the ops. You gotta deal with his friends. You gotta deal with the people that want you to be like.
Some of their friends are intense people.
And then you gotta deal with the people that want you to be like him. Then you gotta deal. It's a lot. People.
Were there okay? Without obviously in detail, but did you ever feel like you felt like there were people that would have steered you into? They would have been entertained by seeing you being like really out,
sure.
like trying to be a major drug dealer.
They love my dad so much, and then when they see me, they see him. So they would have wanted.
But that's all they can think of is to like.
Yeah.
Even though he spent most of his life locked up.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people wanted me to be exactly like him.
Really?
Because he took care of a lot of people. He helped a lot of people, and you know.
But he certainly never promoted that for you.
Never. He wanted me to. He told me all the time growing up, like, yo, go be like a doctor or a lawyer or be a garbage truck man. Like, have a career. Like, don't do what I did. Like, he always preached that to me from a young age, man.
And did you know his parents? His grandparents?
Yeah, my grandmother had passed away before I was born.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was real close to my grandfather. My grandfather is crazy because my grandmother on my mom's side had Alzheimer's, and then my grandfather on my dad's side also had Alzheimer's. So, like, I dealt with that with my grandfather on my dad's side before I even dealt with that on my grandmother on my mom's side. So it was a familiar thing with me. But when I was in high school, I used to always go to the house and I would be with my grandfather and I would sit with my grandfather. Like, you know, when you have Alzheimer's, sometimes
it comes and goes.
It comes and goes. So I would sit there at 14, 15, 16 years old and have a whole bunch of conversations with my grandfather. I used to feed him. I used to talk to him, and like every now and again he'll give me some game, he'll give me some jewels randomly. Like, I would be like, yo, like, and he was like 90-something years old.
Oh, so they were because your father is the youngest
No, he's not the youngest. So he
But
has.
he has much older
Yeah.
siblings.
Yeah. He has a
Okay.
lot of.
So your grandparents are pretty old.
Prince's mom, which is my dad's
Oh, it's your dad's sister.
oldest sister. She's like 90 something.
Prince's mom is 9. Well, I guess she
Yeah.
must be. Oh, wow. And she's alive. Well,
she's
good-
still alive.
good for her.
Both of Prince's parents are still alive.
Oh, that's. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, that's dope.
so he was blessed to come home to both
Absolutely.
his parents still here. His daughter is, like.
Yeah.
But back to my grandfather, I used to go over there. I used to feed him. I used to talk to him. Me and him used to watch. Like it's just me and him had a real close bond, man. And I always used to.
So, okay, now
Yeah.
having been around, it's like, what do you think? And we're just conjecturing here, but this is really
His environment. I know
for
what you
me.
were
For
asking
me, like studying and stuff at this point, having done so much of this, obviously, I'm not doing it for shock value. Even everyone that watches stuff on YouTube, we've all seen the stories. There's hearing about someone's mink coat and money. We've all heard all that. So I guess at this point, it's kind of like, well, what does it all mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where does it come from? What is the cycle? Is it going to happen again? It seems like both sides of your family are
Real family
stable,
oriented,
like definitely not poor ghetto ignorant people at all.
Yeah.
Like this isn't it's a street environment, but it's not a ghetto poverty environment at all. What is it, just those particular years they were born in, that shit was
Yeah.
just prevalent?
I mean, you become your environment. You become what you're around. So if you if you go outside your house and the guy on the left is selling drugs and then the guy on the right is a stick-up kid,
It's very normal.
8 times out of 10 you're going to either be a drug dealer or a stick-up kid. Like everything's about environment. If you walk outside your door and it's a lawyer,
Everyone's going to
and
college.
it's a lawyer guy on the left, and then it's a doctor on the left, on the right, you probably wind up being like, it's all about your like it's a few people that do.
Because they didn't want to be like, well, okay, here's what's interesting. Probably your father's generation and Prince, their parents were stable, but they had just come from the South. It was still the racism
Yeah.
was still, so the best jobs they could get, which were solid, okay jobs, but they weren't glamorous.
Yes, okay, and my father
Transit work. They didn't want to be a transit worker, and that there's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
my
it.
father said out of his own mouth in the doc that Showtime did that he watched his father do everything the right way.
Be a score, because he got in trouble. We ain't going to spoil it, but
Yeah.
that's right. He tells a good story in the beginning about maybe something that set his mind against the system. Let's
Yeah,
say.
no, he was basically saying like he seen his father do everything the right way. He abided by all the rules, all the laws, all the regulations, worked a 9 to 5, bust his ass, and he was living paycheck to paycheck. He said he didn't want that for his life, so he always wanted to do something bigger and do something better. I mean,
And yet, ironically,
yeah,
we drove past the home that his parents owned,
Mm-hmm.
and your aunt inherited that from them, and she didn't inherit anything from him, from your father. No street. There's,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
your family doesn't own a bunch of businesses from any drug money from the 80s.
No. But my father was legitimizing himself
Okay.
with his legal money, right? Hold on. He had legal money he was buying
Talking about during the Irv Gotti era?
during the
or-
Irv Gotti
okay.
era. Yeah, so he had nail salons, he had beauty salons,
Oh,
he
he
had
did.
barbershops, he had a cab stand. He
Oh,
had,
that was then. I
Yes.
couldn't figure out if they meant that was the 80s. Oh, that was
no, in the
not a
late
cab
90s.
stand.
No, it was a cab stand.
Car service.
It was a car service.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
cab stand, car service, same thing. But he had legitimate businesses with legitimate money. He was getting into film. He was changing his life, and like they said in the docs on American Gangster, once you somebody and you've done this, they don't want to see you change your life. So
Very hard.
they was pulling him back everywhere they could. But he was legitimizing.
the most amazing thing in the documentary is that he got that Dalu guy. Tell us,
Rat. Dalu's a rat.
but expound on it. But he did do an interview and so what the hell is the dynamic? Did they always stay in touch, or you really don't know?
No, so of course everybody's from the same neighborhood. So if he wanted to reach out to somebody to talk about the case or what they did during the time, maybe he felt guilty. Maybe he wanted to help in some way that he could, So they reached out to him to do an interview, and he was.
So he was a lot of flipped and then got out of their responsibility. They're around. It's not like your father had them all bumped
Yeah.
off. Like they're around.
Yeah.
If he was that much of a
Yeah.
evil
exactly.
mastermind,
Exactly. And they all still living. They all still walking around.
Queens,
Yeah, they haven't moved anywhere. Like some of them have moved, but some of them still around. So like, if they was paying him to be this person, you think that they would still be here?
yeah.
So he really might not be that person that they trying to paint him to be.
How did him and Prince stay so close? They haven't been together free
Loyalty.
since when?
Loyalty. Since probably
87?
80, 87, 88, yeah. But he went to go see Prince though.
Oh, he went to visit
Yeah,
them,
he
but
went-
they were that ain't free.
Yeah,
But
they haven't been in the free world together since probably like 87, 88.
And then other than that, they were just your dad during that 6 or 7 years he was out went to visit
Prince
him
would be
in prison.
Prince. No, okay, so in the 80s, Prince would be home.
Oh, he'd
then my
go
father
visit
go.
him, okay.
Then my father go to jail. My father come home, then Prince, like it was just like that. And then when Prince went to jail in 1990 and 91, 1990, 1991, that was last
it.
time. Yeah, my father would go visit him. My father went to visit him a couple times, but they haven't been in the free world together since 80, 87, 88. But to answer your question, that's what you call true loyalty, man. They both so loyal to each other, and cause they really like brothers. Like
Yeah.
that's his uncle, that's his nephew,
But
they
they
really
2
like
years apart, yeah.
they really like brothers. So you're not gonna find loyalty and love how those two are. You're not gonna find that shit. That shit is rare. Because even Big Meech and his brothers,
No.
they're not like that.
No.
And then you hear other stories with other people, they not like that, man. My father would do it. My father would give his life for Prince, and Prince would do the same thing for my father. That's just how they are. And they always been like that. Word.
And so you said your father is not able to receive any visits.
Mm-mm.
And where is he at now?
He's in Beaumont, Texas.
That's bloody Beaumont, right?
Yeah.
So
That jail's always on lockdown.
he's been in 20 years and they still have him at bad prisons.
Yeah.
Is he getting like tickets in, or you don't really know?
Nah.
So how the hell do they justify having him?
How do they justify having Larry Hoover where they had him at for so long?
How long did your dad have to stay at ADX? A while.
I believe he was in there for like maybe 7 years.
Damn. So he was underground at Florence for 7 years and just what, legal visits?
I don't, if that, yeah.
Barely that.
But you know, that's the only people that can come visit you when you're in something
Yeah.
like that is your lawyer. Word.
What about phone calls?
Yeah.
When he was at Florence, did he have phone calls? But
Yeah.
limited.
Yeah, very limited. Very limited. Don't quote me, but I think that shit was like probably 2 or 3 phone calls a month.
Yeah, that's about what they hit. They might have you on something like 30 minutes a month
Yeah,
type shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So his run of freedom when he got out was like maybe from 95 to 02.
I would say from like 93 to 02.
So and that's when so he got your mother pregnant in 95 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so his whole time being out, he got your mother pregnant, and then you were born, and you were just a little boy when he went away.
Mm-hmm.
Were you interacting with them when you were very little?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Mm-mm.
Oh, when did you when Bing got out?
A little bit before that. A little bit before Ben came home. I would say we maybe from like 2005, 2006 was when like we really was like in heavy contact. From then on,
If you were how old?
I would say probably like
12.
yeah, maybe like it started when I was like maybe 9 or 10.
Oh, so he was in Florence at that time.
Yeah.
So his phone calls.
Mhm.
Brief phone
A
calls.
lot of letters.
Oh, letters,
Yeah,
right.
a lot
I
of
forgot about
yeah,
letters.
A lot of
Yeah,
letters,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so that probably helped you develop. Boy, kids nowadays ain't writing no damn letters.
That's why I was so advanced, because I would get his letters and I would read them like 30 times, and I'm seeing all of those words he was using, and then I would look the words up, and like my vocabulary was very.
Well, yeah, you're one of the few people I would interact. Like, it's surprising you're not a college graduate.
Yeah,
You seem like one.
yeah. Everybody says that,
Yeah.
but I definitely went to college though.
Yeah. You just.
But I just
Oh, but some of that might have been from with him.
yeah. I can honestly say, his vocabulary, his vernacular, is
And
like,
not just that, the
his
thought
mind,
process. yeah.
everything. Like this guy is really like a philosopher.
Philosopher, yeah.
He's really like a philosopher. So like, yeah, me being so young and me reading those letters, it definitely helped me grow up quick and understand life at an early age. Yeah.
What was that? Well, I guess unfortunately in some of these neighborhoods you grew up in, so many kids that have parents in prison, it probably wasn't like that weird to you. I mean, a little bit.
Well, you can never miss what you don't know,
What you didn't
you didn't have. You get what I'm saying? So like, my mom kinda
Oh, so you didn't see him at all as a little boy?
you know, my mom, she held it down. You know, she held it down.
And tell us about being in your relationship.
That's my uncle on my mother's side. That's my guy. That's my favorite uncle.
And he was like he was
one of the
recruited
original,
by them, or he was original.
He was one of the original.
Was he a 5%er?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was.
And how old is he? Is he
Being
Prince's age?
60s, yeah, she's like 61.
Oh, so he's their age. So
Yeah,
he's,
they all the same age.
or a couple of years
Yeah,
on.
they-
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a year off or 2 years off, but they all the same age though. He was the original Supreme Team member.
And how much time did he do?
For his first bid,
Yeah. Well, what
the big bid.
Yeah.
I want to say he did 17, 16, 17.
And so he stayed free. He had to do a little skid bid right now, a
Yeah,
couple years, but he stayed out for 17 years.
Yeah, a little skip bid. Yeah, when he came home, I was just open and exposed to a whole nother world. Like, cause I never.
That was the street side.
Yeah, I never was around that. My mother and the women, my aunts and my cousins, they kind of sheltered me away from that shit. And then when Bing came home, it was like now the male figure that hasn't been around is back. So now I'm just like meeting new people. I remember I
so
told
did
you
you not have a-
he introduced me to Chaz.
So who was your male figures when you were young? None.
None.
Father through letters.
Yeah,
Oh, so Bing
he was the first one.
kind of was like
He was the first one.
surrogate. And how old were you when he came home?
12.
Oh, and your grandfather, but it sounded like he was pretty out of it.
Yeah.
He was cool to talk to, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, so Bing was kind of your
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah, and he's coming fresh home from doing 17, so it's like all he knows is that. So that kind of like put me in a space of like, you know,
Yeah.
but he taught me, Bing taught me so much about like how to move and like just random things that I would pick up on from him just being around him when he came home. He was in a halfway house, and you know when you're in a halfway house, you get to come home on the weekends, and he was paroled to my mother's house. So I would always be with Bing on the weekends. So like me, you know, the most important time in the
You were
bush-
going to like a private school?
yeah. I got a funny story about that too. The most important time in a boy's life, I think, is from when he's from like the age of 11 to probably 17. That's when most of the shit happens. That's who you find out who you are. That's when, and then he came home during that time. So it's kind of like I was just fully just thrown into that world when he came home. And I had got into a situation in my school, my freshman year. I had got jumped by some Latin kings.
Oh, so you didn't go to school in around here, but
Never.
But it was still, was
I
it
went
a
to
public school?
No, I never went to public school.
There were Latin Kings in a private school?
No, they was in the area. I went to school in the
Oh,
my high school was in the Lower East Side.
Oh.
Yeah, it was in the village.
Well, they weren't in your school.
No, they was in a village, and I had got jumped by some Latin Kings over a girl. Oh, okay. I was messing with one of their girls. I went to old boys school, but I knew the girl. You know, like the sister.
They got a sister.
Yeah, the sister school. Yeah, so it was this Spanish girl. Her name was Sha. I always been in a Spanish girl. That's crazy. It was this girl named Cheyenne, my freshman year, and I had knew Cheyenne or whatever. And you know, me and Cheyenne we was messing around with each other, or whatever like that. You know, just kid shit.
Yeah.
And then she had an older boyfriend though, and he wasn't too
Like how
far,
old?
like maybe 5 or 6 years older.
Oh, like he was 20 years old?
Yeah, he probably was like 19, 20.
Oh, he wasn't in high school?
Yeah, no, hell no. He was driving and all that.
Oh, yeah. So he was out here like True Life.
Yeah, well, I don't, wait, what's that about?
No, the rapper that was robbing, remember the
Yeah, I know who that
Lower East
is,
Side?
but I didn't
No,
want
I'm just saying, like,
True Life wasn't messing with no young girls.
No, I just meant she had like a grown ass.
Yeah.
Wild ass guy. I ain't made it like
and the Spanish guys, they wild.
Yeah.
They wild. So, one day I was in a pizza store, and she was in a pizza store. So, you know, my natural instinct is just to go up to her and talk to her. Like I feel like that's my joint. And she was like this, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, come here. Like, you know, I'm green at the time. I'm a young kid. I'm green. Like, I'm not as advanced. So I'm trying to get on her, and then I turn around. He just clocked me. Boom! I dropped my pizza floor in the air, everything. And before I can even gather myself to throw my shits up, they all just hopped me. It was like 7 to 8 of the Latin Kings that had came to the pizza store. So I guess they was watching her. She had got out his car, went in the pizza store, and then I came around the corner, and then I tried to get my Mac on, and he just clocked me, and then they jumped me. So I told my Uncle Bing, and my Uncle Bing had just came home too. He probably was home for like maybe 5 or 6 months. So he came to my school with like 35 people.
Did he?
Yeah, like the next day, from Queens. Yeah, they were like 7 cars deep, and then
grown in. He got a wide age range, or they was all grown men.
No, there was young kids.
The whole hood.
It was everybody because
Supreme Team rides again.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, and then we.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Yeah.
Did something happen?
I never got touched again ever again in life. That was the last time somebody ever touched me. That was the last time somebody ever touched me. Word. That was the last time. And those guys thought they was tough. That's their neighborhood. They was hanging around there.
Yeah.
So it's not like we had to go far to like.
No, they right there.
Yeah, and that was the last time somebody ever touched me.
Damn.
Literally.
Young Bing. Well, hey, sometimes on the mean streets of the big city.
Yeah, you got to put on, man, because they jumped me. It wasn't like it was a fair fight. They jumped me.
No, and then if you hadn't have done it, like, you probably really couldn't have gone back to that school. I mean, depending how much they wanted
probably would have
to terrorize you.
They probably would have done something to me every day.
Yeah, they could.
They probably thought I was a nobody, and I didn't come from nobody, and nobody was going to
do nothing.
Like, you get what I'm saying? That needed to happen.
What year would that have been?
That was 2009. 2008, 2009.
Well, that was heavy. That was probably like prime New York gang era.
Yeah.
Oh, Latin Kings were heavy too.
Yeah. It got nasty.
So what's your personal, what do you do for money? Like, what's your thing? What do you?
Well, I'm into everything. Like, I know a lot of people in the music business, so if somebody needs studio time, I'll get them the studio time. I'll take my bread off that. If I put together a producer with an artist, I'm a hustler, man. I do a little bit of everything. I was selling clothes. I was selling jackets. I was selling t-shirts. I got
those Supreme Team jackets. How did those do?
Amazing.
Yeah, those are nice. How come you stopped selling those? Are you gonna?
Because I wanted to do something with Prince. I wanted to wait I had another line about to come out of jackets, and then Prince like, yo, we're gonna do everything together. People pay me to do content. People pay me to do skits. People pay me to go on their podcast, on their platform. Like, I'm just a hustler, man. I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, I do a little bit of everything, man.
Me and you did your first public.
Yeah, about.
So the first interview you ever did was with me.
The first.
It was a Zoom interview.
You're the reason. You started. You.
I got you out here.
You created the monster, Al. You created the monster. You was the first interview I ever did.
And then you did Queens Flip.
And then I did Queens Flip probably a year and a half later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you was the first one.
And I think Kavar, it must have been, who the hell introduced, or did you reach out to, you might have just reached out to me. Because I didn't reach out to you, because I don't reach out to people. Either Kavario introduced us, or you reached out to me.
It might have been Kavario,
or you hit me up. I really can't remember.
One or the other.
Yeah.
One or the other. Yeah.
But that was cool. We did that Zoom interview. What was that? That was like 2020, 2019?
No, way before.
It was before pandemic.
That was 2017.
18 or something?
2017.
17? That was 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you did Queens Flip after that. Oh, you was just a young buck back then.
Yeah, I've been on YouTube
21
for 10 years almost.
Damn, they just sent me my 18th birthday card.
Wow.
Yeah. So, okay, and then you went at the Queens Flip one, kind of blew you up too. All your stuff did well.
Yeah.
You had a little controversial Queens Flip, but that's your friend, right?
Yeah, me and Queens Flip we was cool.
I mean, y'all still cool.
I got love for him. I wouldn't say we still cool, but we got love for each other. But you know, people drift apart, people grow apart, and there's nothing wrong with that. He doing what he doing, I'm doing what I do.
Yeah, he was down on the Joe Budden podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Queens Flip. But the thing that really kind of caused friction between me and Flipping, and I know you probably was gonna get to this anyway, was the Bimmy situation. So I had went on Queens Flip. And Queens Flip had asked me about a situation that happened with my mother. And I told him I'm not talking about that shit. You know, obviously I'm not talking about that. And then like maybe a year later, Bimmy had went on the same show. And Flip asked him and Bimmy told him everything.
Oh, Bimmy, is that still up?
No, that shit got taken down. But the people like Hassan and all the other
Did it
bloggers,
come out? It was briefly.
It was out, but it was out for like 4 days. And it was a big thing and then they took it off the internet.
Why would he have done that?
That's my point. Why would you, like, what are you doing? So in my mind, if you did that, then you would do anything, right? But on top of that, the people like Hassan and all the other YouTubers, other bloggers, they took that clip right there from what he said, and that's why they still saying all that shit now about that, because of what he said. So he's basically the person that started that whole shit. Because nobody was talking about that shit.
So is Bimmy's not your relative?
No, Bimmy's not my relative, no.
what was your understanding of him from this? Like, not that they would be talking to you about that type of stuff,
Yeah.
but
No, but everybody.
Did you know
no,
him?
Listen, let me tell you something, right? When I started coming outside in Queens, the rumors was prevalent about him doing that. Everybody in Southside was talking about that.
and
So-
did Bing take you to meet him or no?
No, Bing.
Queens,
Oh, Bing? Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
But up in the air.
You just had to.
But
take
even with the situation with Troy, they have
Troy, big
big
Go,
nose Troy.
yeah.
Big nose
Troy
Troy.
Singleton, one of the homicide victims.
Yeah. So
That your father's doing
they said that Bimmy told on him too
no, that.
about the situation that happened in the park from some shootings and some murders that happened in the park.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like it wasn't just
But Troy didn't go to jail.
because Bimmy recanted the statement. Yeah. So it's like you had like 7, 8 different instances of people saying that you told them. It's not just Preem or Prince that's saying that. It's like 6 or 7 different people.
Oh, what's the other? Or just different.
I
stuff?
mean-
yeah. Just you always heard.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't.
But I wasn't.
You're
I
not
didn't
part of
care-
that world. Yeah.
I
Right.
didn't care about that at the time. I'm a young kid. Bimmy giving me Gucci shoes. He giving me Gucci jacket.
Oh, you
Gucci
did
stuff.
interact with Ben.
Yeah, he was. I'm not gonna complete. I'm not gonna lie.
Bimmy was nice to you.
Bimmy was a decent human being to me.
Yeah.
He gave me shit. Here and there. He did a little. He wasn't over the top, but I'm not gonna disqualify or discredit. He did give me my first pair of Gucci loafers. He gave me a Gucci belt, Gucci scarf, kicked some bread. He did stuff
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna just discredit him, but as I'm getting older and I'm learning people's character and who they are, and I see like when I find out you're a piece of shit, then you're just a piece of shit. It doesn't matter what you did for me. You know?
You don't think that doesn't matter? Like it doesn't. Well, it doesn't make it even. But like in life, like you do some bad things, and he was trying to make up for it by looking out. I mean, or
Yeah,
her.
but I'm not the person that you should be looking out for. You should be looking out for the people that you know.
Well, maybe he feel like there ain't people to worth to looking out for, and you're a kid.
And then that's the. I mean, I can't get in this.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah, but
complicated.
yeah, but I'm one of those people. Like I feel like if you did something like Brian Glaze Gibbs, right?
Yeah.
We could touch on him for a little bit too. He was a cold-blooded.
So yeah,
He was putting in max pain,
kill
right?
strangers for
He
money.
turned bad, but he doesn't run away from it.
Yeah.
Like people like him, people like 6ix9ine, they own up to it. Yeah, I snitched. Yeah, I told even Alpo. Alpo is one of the most notorious
yeah.
rats,
And he
he owned it.
and
He's
he was
I did
pressing
what
people
I
too.
did what I had to do for me.
Yeah.
So he wasn't trying to hide from it. If you're gonna tell, if you're gonna turn bad, if you're gonna do bad, accept it, own up to it, and move on. Don't try to hide who you are. You can't hide. Eventually, your true colors is gonna show who you are, and that goes for everybody. That goes for everybody. That's not just isolated to just Bimmy.
No.
But
Well, there's a lot of that. I mean,
yeah,
in reality, in the streets.
even like people always have these comparisons to my dad and Meech, right? And I'm saying to myself, like, it's never been any rumors, any crimes, any speculation that my father or Prince have told on anybody. They stand up, man, they did their time, they came home, they fighting it, blah, 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 blah. Every other big name drug dealer has had some type of smudge or smear on their name.
Or at least alleged, yeah.
Even alleged, you've never heard nothing allegedly on my father or Prince. So when I get into these debates or these arguments with people, and I'm telling them like, yo, just because I wasn't there, I know everything that happened. I'm talking to the sources, to the people that was there. You've never heard nothing on my father and Prince. Nothing, no alleged, nothing.
Boy, those guys, to be honest with you, their reputations are more so from their prison life than from the street, because Prince really was barely in the street.
Yo,
Prince's reputation, well, just going off of shit that's already on the internet.
Yeah.
There's multiple wild stories about him and Preacher and just different stuff.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
his reputation is really a prison reputation. I mean, to be honest,
Yeah.
in a court reputation, because he really had a he had a very brief time on the street. So does he feel Bimmy informed on him?
I'm gonna let him talk to you about that.
Okay.
Cause you're gonna go interview him and he can tell you exactly what.
Okay.
My whole thing is, if you did bad, own up to it, admit it, and wear it. Sammy the Bull, 6ix9ine, Brian Glaze Gibbs, all of these guys that told, they own up to it, they admit it, and they saying fuck you, yeah I did it, so what? Alpo, all these guys. Don't rat and then try to hide your hand. That's all I'm saying. If you in the street life You chose this life. Nobody forced you into it. You take it on. You in the streets. You doing what you're doing. When you get caught, go do your fucking time, man. It's simple. It's as simple as that. Don't ruin.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
It's just, again, conjecture. If everyone, or if it was, quote unquote, known that Bimmy did whatever, what was the fact that he was in the industry and probably doing favors and making money, we just gonna not mention?
That's everybody.
That's everybody.
You know how many people that making money that's told and people still fucking with them?
Yeah.
That's half the industry.
Yeah. I was half the streets.
That's
yeah.
half. That's that.
Half
If you getting money, people don't care what you did. You could be a child.
well,
you could do anything.
hopefully there's some limit.
No, it's no limits. If you getting money, people only.
I guess you just have to be getting more money.
People
right?
only care about money.
Yeah,
So if you can put them in a position, they don't care
Don't
what
look
you
at
did.
Epstein.
Listen,
at
everybody.
Trump.
It never ends. That's my guy. Don't talk about Trump. That's my guy.
Okay.
He from Queens. He from Queens.
Oh, that's all
and he
right.
about the part of my father. So relax.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But yeah, if you got money, people overlook everything you did, and that's just what it is. 85% of the people gonna
80.
overlook everything you did.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
Interesting.
Bimmy driving around in Maybachs, he in Rolls Royces, he got money. That's Parker uncle. People don't care about what he did. Come on, they think they gonna get an opportunity, but come on, bro. People don't care about that shit.
well, that's a good point to make. Like, people, it's funny on this, the reality of life just in general. This is a good life lesson. People really care about what impacts them, or their maybe their family members and a couple friends.
Yeah.
But you did something bad to him over there 8 years ago. What they got to do with me? That's how most people live.
And we're not going on the Bimmy smear campaign either,
No.
because Bimmy's not the only fucking rat. It's thousands and thousands and thousands upon thousands of fucking
And
rats
that's why you
from
shouldn't.
all over.
And that's why you shouldn't be in a criminal lifestyle, because it's not. It's
Listen,
not
man.
even
Listen,
real.
man. Listen, man, we're not gonna just focus on Bimmy. There's a million people that fucking ratted. Everybody done ratted, and people still rocking with him and still fucking with him because they got money. So we're not just gonna say it was just him. It's a whole bunch of people doing that shit. Because everybody and people are opportunists. So if a rat can give you an opportunity, you gonna go fuck with him. And they don't even care. Oh, he ain't rat on me. Come on, people don't have no morals, man. They want to get to the money at any cost.
Me and you did your first public.
Yeah, about
So the first interview you ever did was with me.
the first.
It was a Zoom interview.
You're the reason you started. You
I got you out here?
created the monster, Al. You created the monster. You was the first interview I ever did.
And then
in
you
my
did
life.
Queens Flip.
And then I did Queens for probably a year and a half later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you was the first one.
And I think Kavar, it must have been, who the hell introduced, or did you reach out to, you might have just reached out to me. Because I didn't reach out to you, because I don't reach out to people. Either Kavario introduced us, or you reached out to me.
It might have been Cavario. It might.
Or you hit me up. I
One-
really
one-
can't remember.
One or the other.
Yeah.
One or the other. Yeah.
But that was cool. We did that Zoom interview. What was that? That was like 2020, 2019?
No, way before.
It was
that.
before pandemic.
That was 2017.
18 or something?
2017.
17? That was 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you did Queens Flip after that. Oh, you was just a young buck back then.
Yeah, I've been on YouTube
21.
for 10 years almost.
Damn, they just sent me my 18th birthday card.
Wow.
Yeah. So now, what are the plans? Your dad, again, the Supreme Truth on Vimeo on demand.
Mm-hmm.
So that's amazing. He was able to make that. Does he have? So you tell us about the plans you and Prince have business-wise, but more projects your dad's gonna do, or you
Yeah.
and your dad gonna do something together?
So my dad is coming out with a part 2 of the Supreme Truth, right? We finalizing the deal right now for the Supreme Team series. Prince is putting out 3 different books. Prince coming out with his podcast. I'm helping him do all that stuff. Me and my cousin talk every day. That's like my cousin, my uncle, and my big bro. Like
It was.
yeah.
Closest thing to 5.
Yeah, got the podcast that he's doing. We relaunching the.
When's that supposed to happen?
He's
Putting it together.
probably within the next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably within the next week or two. We just launching. We gonna do everything Supreme Team oriented, man. Yeah, we relaunching the clothing brand. We doing everything, man. We go a movie is on the table right now. Everything's on the table right now.
Oh, like
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? What were you and Dame Dash talking about?
Yeah, so that's one of the things we was talking about. We was talking about doing the scripted series and the movie. So we probably going. I'm gonna let my dad and Prince decide which one is gonna come first. But it'll probably either be the series followed up by the movie, or the movie gonna be followed up by the series. But both of them is gonna be happening though. So you'll hear about more announcements and all that stuff when we really about to launch and do it. But all that stuff is down the pipeline. The movie, the TV series, the podcast, the second part to the documentary, Prince's books, Prince's part, all that, everything is coming. Everything is coming. So stay tuned for all that stuff.
some gangsters, the charismatic ones, are kind of equivalent
To rappers.
to movie stars
Absolutely.
or rappers. I mean, they're not,
Absolutely.
but in the public's eye, they are.
Yeah.
So, what's some weird, or fun, or weird, or unexpected experiences being like where you think like, gee, I'm why?
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, being
You know a lot of people. You've been around for 50 years.
Yeah.
How many people that you know have experience or a story with Mike Tyson?
for not many.
I have one.
Yeah.
I have a few.
Okay, tell us
So
one.
that's just me hanging out, me getting to chill with an icon. People that he can go to Africa and he can go back to Brownsville and it's the same reception. Like that means something to me. Like I don't idolize, I don't worship anybody.
But it's
But that's Mike Tyson. Like I FaceTime Snoop Dogg on a regular. Like,
oh, do you?
Like I talk to Floyd.
So
I'm-
Snoop and your dad got pretty tight.
like this.
Oh, okay.
And like this. People like you can just name them, man. Just name them. Nah, I got a picture on stage with Nas. We wearing suits. We chasing the Prince coming home. Like just stuff like that. I'm with Jay Prince in Texas. Like I'm eating squirrels and possums with Jay Prince in Texas. Like
Squirrels and possum.
yeah, like that's what they do out there.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
might try a squirrel. I ain't eating no possum.
That's-
Fuck does possum taste like? They say it's
All that shit tastes like chicken. It all tastes like chicken.
Oh, and you what they
Yeah.
boil it or something?
Yeah, they fry it. They grill.
Ah, yeah, fried possum.
Yeah, they grill it and fry it.
Country ass Kyle.
Yeah, but like just me having those type of experiences, man. Me when I go places and people just, yo, you Preem son, yo, like it's lit. Being his son is
So
lit.
it's all positive.
It's never been negative. Besides the idiots on
Well, yeah.
in the comment section.
So now just to be fair and to,
Yeah.
what about the people that
That rock with 50.
no forget 50 Cent. I mean, your father is convicted of 2 homicides.
Mhm.
Those people, they're from around here too.
Mhm.
Is there any? There's never any.
No.
Or E-Money Bags is from a different part of Queens.
Yeah, he's from.
But Troy, he was from like Left Rag. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Troy is from around here,
yeah.
but there's no.
Why would they be? Why would
Well,
they
I
be?
mean, if father was killed or whoever was killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah,
so
but that ain't had nothing to do with me though.
correct.
Yeah.
But just like you could get the reflected glory, like what your father did in '89,